Why did your Prophet Muhammad marry a 9-year-old girl? How can you call Islam the perfect religion when children were being married to a grown man? First of all, judging a 7th century marriage by using 21st century standards is totally unfair. Because at that time, it was common across many civilizations for girls to marry as soon as they reached puberty. And according to Jewish law at that time, girls could be promised for marriage from age 3 and married after reaching puberty. And even in Christian Europe, King Richard II of England married a 6-year-old girl named Isabella of Valois in the year of 1396. So why do you accuse Islam for this when it was normal in many other cultures at that time? Also, children grew and matured differently at that time because they lived naturally with healthy food, clean environment, and no artificial hormones. Like a 9-year-old girl on those days was not like a 9-year-old today. And if we come to judge the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ fairly, we must also look at the type of his marriages. Like he married Khadija radiallahu anha, a widow, 15 years older than him. And he remained loyal to her for 25 years until she passed away. And after her death, most of his marriages were to widows or divorcees, and it was mainly to protect them or unite Muslim tribes. And Aisha radiallahu anha was the only young virgin the Prophet ﷺ did marry. And he did not marry her out of desire. He only married Aisha after receiving revelation in a dream, a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to marry her. And the dreams of the prophets are a form of divine command, not imagination or lust. It's always a revelation to the prophets about tasks that they got to do. So this marriage was completely based on a command, based on the plan and wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not a personal desire. And you might be asking, what was the wisdom behind that command? We can see this wisdom today by marrying the Prophet ﷺ at a younger age. Aisha radiallahu anha lived many years after his death, which allowed her to narrate over 2,000 hadith, covering personal, legal, and everyday life details. She also became one of the greatest scholars of Islam. She also documented the Prophet's actions and sayings, which now form a foundation for Islamic law, Sharia. And without her close relationship with the Prophet and strong memory, we would have missed many important parts of his life, like rulings about prayer, purity, and family life. This marriage wasn't by coincidence or out of desire. It was a part of the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.